Bollywood. The nickname for the largest, most spectacular film industry on Earth. Every year, India produces 3 times as many films as Hollywood and sells more than 2 billion movie tickets. It creates the wealthiest and most worshipped stars on Earth. And now, more than ever before, these movies are loved around the world. 1 in 7 films released in the UK each year is made here.
I've got it! So good.
I'm Anita Rani. And I've been fascinated by Indian cinema since I was a kid.
Johnny, I love you!
Now, I've been given exclusive behind-the-scenes access to Bollywood's largest productions.
I'm going to be in a movie.
To investigate how an industry built on centuries-old traditions
Nothing happens in India without a prayer. Ganapati Bappa!
is attracting more and more Brits in search of stardom.
India, it definitely makes you tougher.
And adapting to one of the most radically changing societies.
So let me get this straight. The makeup union would not allow women to work as makeup artists.
It's amazing.
This week, I want to find out what makes a traditional Bollywood movie. I'll discover how the frantic organisation...
A man came to me in a cafe and said, do you want to be part of the film?
Today.
Yeah.
And last-minute rehearsals...
So he's just watched, and now he's going to recreate it.
somehow come together to create the most celebrated films in the world. Welcome to the world's biggest film industry.
The minute I get off a plane and arrive in India, I am so exhilarated. Everything about this place is wonderful and frustrating. It's romantic, it's exciting, it's exotic, it's intense, it's dramatic. Pretty much exactly like its film industry.
Mumbai, the film capital of India. Most locals still know it as Bombay, which is where the B of Bollywood comes from. Technically, Bollywood only refers to the Hindi language films made here. But to most of the world, the term has come to represent the entire Indian film industry. I've arrived in the middle of Diwali, the biggest weekend for cinema. And I'm heading to Mumbai's oldest multiplex. Because to understand how important Bollywood is to Indian society, you have to experience a night out at the movies.
What film are you here to watch?
Golmaal!
How do you do it?
And it looks like I couldn't have picked a better night.
It's just gone absolutely nuts. There's a car that's pulled up which has got a couple of the stars of this huge show, Golmaal. All the crowds are here to see their film, and they're going to do a quick press call before the actual show starts. Amazing. Excuse me, excuse me. That guy, Johnny Lever, he's one of the most famous Bollywood comedians ever to have lived. Johnny, I love you! Woo! One for Golmaal, please.
Right now.
Right now, yes, please. How much is it?
80 rupees.
80 rupees. That's less than £1. Because this is entertainment for the masses.
The average salary in India is less than 300 rupees a day. So at 80 rupees, these are some of the cheapest movie tickets in the world.
There's going to be about 1,000 people in here, not just down here, up on that balcony as well. The whistling's already started. It's my first ever experience of doing this, and I cannot wait.
Golmaal is one of the most successful film franchises in Bollywood, and this sequel will bring in more than £10 million at the box office this weekend, with more than 11,000 people seeing it in this one theatre alone. And every screening here begins the same way.
I guess that means the film's about to start. See your favourite. The biggest star, Ajay Devgan's just hit the screen.
This is a classic Bollywood film, or what's known as a masala movie. Like the spice mix, it's a combination of all the best bits. Comedy, romance, action,
I can't say open with a song.
and plenty of singing and dancing.
Good luck to you if you think you've come to the cinema for a quiet experience. There's no shushing anybody in here. That was unlike any cinematic experience I've ever had before. It was so far-fetched, so over the top, but pure entertainment and absolute joy. I think that is what you call a Bollywood experience.
Everywhere I go in Mumbai, I'm reminded of just how important the movies are here.
You get Bollywood murals absolutely everywhere.
The film industry brings in more than £1.5 billion to India each year and employs more than 250,000 people. So it's no wonder the stars tower over the city.
I'm super excited. We've been invited to the set of a film. They're shooting a song and dance sequence. And we're not actually going to a film studio. They're shooting it on location in downtown Mumbai. There we go, through this pink arch.
This is the set of Fanny Khan, a film about a struggling singer who's desperate to turn his daughter into a pop star. It's a classic storyline of escaping poverty for stardom that taps into the dreams of much of the country. And in the title role, a Bollywood legend.
The actual Anil Kapoor on set.
Anil Kapoor has made over 100 films in a career spanning 4 decades. Not only is he Bollywood royalty, but he's also a star in the West, thanks to roles in Mission Impossible, 24 and Slumdog Millionaire.
How's it going?
Good.
Yes, it looks fantastic. Would you explain what sets Bollywood apart from every other film industry on earth?
It's all about storytelling, you know, it's entertainment and storytelling. People might find it there are a lot of fantasy songs and a little larger than life and a little louder for their eyes and ears. But that's the way we are. You know, there are 2 religions in our country. There's cricket and movies, films, so people love it.
That's a really good way of putting it, the 2 religions, cricket and film.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, this is not a film set. This is an actual real location. These are people's homes, and all the people hanging over their balconies live here.
While the local residents make useful extras, the rest of the location is presenting some challenges for the props master.
So we painted a lot of facades.
You've painted it? You can't believe you painted it.
Yes.
Are you going to paint it back?
Yes, because of the festival, Diwali in India, a lot of people paint their houses new, and we've come and we've made them look old. So obviously we'll have to paint them back. So, yeah, that's the plan.
अपना पोजीशन दो सब बच्चे लोग रेडी 1 rehearsal
What's that happening?
Basically, to maintain the lighting pattern, the camera department kind of puts it up so that there's no harsh sunlight and we maintain the lighting pattern.
Sun control. Unpredictable lighting on a Bollywood set.
The camera department is happy, but the cover has dramatically raised the temperature on set. It's already 34 degrees outside, and in here, it now feels like a furnace. Extra air conditioners are being brought in to keep the stars comfortable. and 2 costume assistants are dedicated to keeping Anil Kapoor's shirt dry. I've always loved the sheer fantasy of these set-piece dance numbers, and they're key to a Bollywood film's success. So the choreographers are superstars, and during a big dance scene, it seems the director takes a back seat and it's the choreographer calling the shots. Ganesh Acharya has created some of India's most famous dance sequences.
Hello, how did it go?
I'm good, superb.
Yeah? Happy with the kids?
Yeah, superb. They are superb dancers. Superb talented.
Yes. So what's next?
Yeah, Mr. A.K. Anil Kapoor is coming.
The main man?
Yeah, man, his dancing part is there.
Ah, so you'll be choreographing live on the set?
Yes.
With him?
Yes.
Have you done any rehearsals?
No.
So how's he going to pick up the steps?
We can see that.
I'm going to watch it.
I've been watching these dances since I was a kid, but I can't believe that the stars often don't rehearse in advance. They're only learning what they'll perform moments before the cameras roll.
Rehearsing.
Ganesh walks Anil through the dance, beat by beat. Every move is planned, even down to the precise wiggle of the eyebrows.
So he's just watched, and now he's going to recreate it.
Now he's going to do it, and then he'll be on.
बच्चे लोग एक बार साउंड पे ओके पहले मार्क पे आओ
Sound बजाओ.
बच्चों लोग इधर आओ, इधर आओ.
Anif, why is it not on CD?
सीडी पर मार्क के लिए प्रॉब्लम होता है तो हम लोग इधर ये मार्क लगाते हैं तो जितना शॉट लेना है उससे मतलब 2 चक्कर लीव रखते हैं ताकि
Ah, okay, that makes sense. So if it was on CD, they wouldn't be able to just play the bit that they're actually dancing to. So here they've got a marker on, so then he knows exactly where to spool it back to, and you can play just that bit. Sound. No?
I think the head movement is very good.
The head movement is very good.
So, ready? Dave ready? Dave ready? कोई कैमरा को नहीं देखेगा? Okay, take. Ready, taking.
Okay, they're going for a take.
1, 2, 3, action. Yeah. Yeah. 2, 3, go. Yeah. Yeah.
This is Bollywood in action.
They've got it. So good.
Anil Kapoor has been part of Bollywood royalty for more than 40 years. But I want to find out what's important to a new generation of aspiring actors.
What do you need to make a Bollywood film?
Action.
Action.
Comedy.
Comedy.
Romance.
Romance.
Drama.
Drama. What about singing and dancing?
Very important. Very important. A movie without song is like a tree without leaves.
A movie without songs is like a tree without leaves.
1, 2, 3, go! Boom, bye, boom, bugatti, boom. Hero is sad, use lag gayi lu, use
Spending time on set with Anil and the kids, I can see just how integral these dance numbers are to a Bollywood movie.
Okay, let's go.
But I want to understand where that tradition comes from and how the dances are designed in the first place.
In a bit of an auto traffic jam.
So I'm braving Mumbai's notorious rush hour
It's all right, mate.
to head across town to meet Kruti Mahesh, another star in the world of Bollywood choreography. For her, dancing is at the heart of Indian life.
I think it's got to do a lot with our culture because we celebrate everything. So we have festivals like Ganpati, we have Diwali, we have Holi, we have so many things. And we like to dance to everything because I think that's the best way to celebrate something. So I think that's where it all comes from. Tell me, what part of India are you from?
I'm Punjabi.
Right.
Yes.
So what, yes.
Bhangra.
Bhangra. There's a big glass of lassi and there's dancing, right?
Yes.
That comes with a tradition. Everything relates to singing and dancing. 5, 6, 7. That.
Kruti explains that in traditional forms of Indian dance, hand movements, called hasta mudras, act as a form of sign language to help tell a story or demonstrate themes. Choreographers borrowed from these traditional moves to create elaborate Bollywood dance numbers. The most famous being a dance known as the item number. In classic Bollywood films, the item number is a moment of titillation typically performed by a scantily clad woman known as the item girl.
Often these songs bear no relevance to the storyline, do they? They just kind of appear.
Probably they would have said a word called, "Oh, you're so lovely," and then you have a song.
Right, that's it.
Yeah.
They play them during the film, but they also play them at the very end of the film. I feel like they kind of want not only the music, but those dance steps to penetrate your brain.
That's the hook step.
What's the hook step? What is a hook step?
The hook step is something that you hook onto, and then people do it anywhere and everywhere. So it's the simplest, best part of the song, right?
So is it like the chorus of the song?
It
Right.
is, generally.
And how important is that to a Bollywood
It is
song?
the most important part of a song. So you choreograph that first, you see if the actor and actress are looking good doing it, and then you go backwards with everything else.
Kruti and her team want to show me some of Bollywood's most famous hook steps, starting with the one she helped choreograph for the film Bajirao Mastani.
So, ready? So, pinga. 5, 6, 7, and...
So catchy.
Boys, ready?
5, 6, 7, 8.
This simple twist of the hips and shoulders in the film The Bung 2 quickly became a massive craze on dance floors across India.
I love that! That's my favorite. There's a Bollywood film called Ram Leela, and Ranveer Singh is the actor.
We love Ranveer.
Simple yet a very impressionable hook step with that film. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Good. Awesome.
I've interrupted Kruti's team working on a new routine, and she wants to show me how a new dance makes it from her studio to the big screen.
Let's go.
Okay, how do we do this?
From the very top.
Yeah.
Go. You shimmy, look the other way, shimmy down. Yes?
Okay.
Almost?
Yeah. It's going to take me a while.
These moves are hard. I'm now even more impressed that the stars can somehow master them with just a few hours rehearsal before filming begins.
Then you go, Munni.
That's the hook step. Is this the hook step?
This is.
Oh, I better get this right then.
Boom. Yeah? And then you go.
The dances are such an important part of a Bollywood film that often the choreographers will be brought in as the script's being written to plan the big dance scenes. Then Kruti will work with her core dancers to develop a hook step and choreograph the routine.
Okay, so now that you've kind of got it and you're almost there, we need to try it with costume.
What? Woohoo!
The toughest part is to not look into the mirror. But now, we go in the open, there won't be any mirrors, and you'll have to remember everything.
It's going to be really difficult.
So, all the best.
Thanks, Kruti.
To pull off these massive dance scenes in such short filming time, choreographers sometimes rehearse with the actual costumes and in the same open space they will have on set. And in one of the most densely populated cities in the world, the only way for us to find big open space is to head up.
Look at this! What a space!
Let's go, guys! Guys, are we ready?
Yeah.
There's no mirror in front of you.
No.
All the dancers are behind you, and you have to lip sync the song. You have to remember the choreography, and you have to express and enjoy it.
Okay.
6, 7.
Instantly, everything is a million times harder.
Okay, now you have to do it properly.
Holy shit! That was awful. Okay, we're gonna give it a go.
Yeah? Let's go.
I can't actually lip sync and dance at the same time. It's so hard.
Fortunately for me, there's a Bollywood secret behind making the stars look as good as they do. An item song might be 4 minutes long, but no one ever has to perform the whole thing at once.
One more time, Abhi, and so.
Because they have such little rehearsal time,
Okay, reset.
the choreographers will break the dance down into short, manageable sequences,
And so.
which they can film separately. Then it's just a matter of nailing each individual move one at a time.
It's lovely.
Then some careful editing and a little post-production gloss can hide a multitude of sins. With less than an hour's training and some Bollywood shortcuts, Kruti has turned me into an item girl. Complete with my own low-tech wind machine.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
These song and dance numbers might seem like a bit of fun, frivolous escapism. But what I've learnt is that they stem from a tradition of storytelling through dance that goes back thousands of years.
It's just a cow and a mini band. Every time I come here, it's different. It's such a rapidly changing country, and yet there are certain parts of it that just absolutely don't change, and it feels like you've stepped into a time warp. And that's what makes Mumbai and the whole of India so magical and so unlike anywhere else on earth.
Now I'm heading 1,000 miles northeast to the countryside just outside Lucknow to find out about another essential ingredient of a Bollywood movie.
Bollywood films have lots of different ingredients. We know they've got singing and dancing, but no Bollywood film worth its salt would be worth releasing without action. Wow.
What's going on back here?
I've been invited to the shooting of Raid, a real-life story about a tough guy tax inspector fighting corruption in a provincial town.
This surely isn't part of the film.
They've got a number of big action sequences to film today.
Yeah, Pankaj.
But for the director of photography, Alphonse Roy, the first shot of the day is always the most important.
Alphonse, could you explain what's happening?
Nothing happens in India without a prayer.
Right.
And especially a prayer, you pray to the elephant god Ganesh, and he's the god who will kind of push away all obstacles. So every morning, we kind of just set up the camera, and while the camera is rolling, then we say Ganapati Bappa, means, Ganesh, and then everybody says Moria.
And that happens every morning?
That happens every morning.
On every Indian film?
Every Indian film.
So every editor, the rushes that he will get from, the first thing he will see is
Ganapati
Ganesh.
Bappa. Ready? 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 Ganapati Bappa!
Lovely.
All obstacles cleared.
There you go. Don't need any prepping or any planning. You just need a prayer.
By Bollywood standards, this is not a huge production, but there are still more than 200 cast and crew members rushing about here, and half of them have been flown in from Mumbai.
Do you know what every single person on this set does?
Yeah. And that man standing over there is the action guy. Action guy's assistant.
The action guy's assistant?
Yeah.
Does the action guy's assistant have an assistant?
Yeah, he does.
Of course.
Labour is cheap here, so Indian films are incredibly well staffed. There are 12 crew members known as Spot Boys, dedicated to ensuring everyone has a fresh cup of tea.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And Rajkumar Gupta, one of India's leading directors, has 8 assistant directors. And I have to say, the longer I'm here, the more I'm starting to question my own assumptions. Alphonse has more women in his team than I expected. And it's perhaps not as disorganised as it first seems.
It's amazing how this industry works, you know.
How does it work?
I mean, it looks like a big set of chaos, but there is an order in the chaos, you know. Like everybody jumps in, you see the number of people working. There are guys moving the monitor, but we've got so many people, but it's a very well-disciplined crew. It works, it's a magic. I mean, probably that's the reason we pray to Ganesh every day.
So you don't even know how it's happening?
I don't know how it's happening. It happens.
So he doesn't need to know. You just need to focus on the camera.
I just do my bit as everybody else does their bit.
Amazing.
The crew are all set. Now all they need is an action hero. Cue Ajay Devgan. Ajay has starred in some of the most elaborate, over-the-top action scenes in Bollywood, like the fight scene from his 2011 film Singham, which sees him taking on dozens of bad guys the Bollywood way, without remorse or any regard for the laws of physics.
Take one, baby. Action.
But actors like Ajay are more than just action stars. They're heroes. They're moral, they're just, they always win the girl, and boy can they pack a punch. And the stories they tell are incredibly important to their audience.
I think there's hardly any means of entertainment in India. I'm not talking about the metro cities, but if you get out of the cities, there's nothing people can do apart from watching movies. It's become part of our culture.
And when you started out in the films, were there even scripts?
There were stories, not scripts. We are the lucky generation who's seen such a big change. When we started, there were no mobiles, there were no vanity vans, there were no monitors, there was nothing. And now we have everything. But that's a van for my gym.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Stand by. Silence. Action. थोड़ा नीचे वाला पंडित पे पेन करो, नीचे वाला कैमरा पंडित पे देखिए आप लोग। अरे बेटा, गिरने के बाद धंधा छोड़ भी सकता है।
I said I'm impressed. That was great.
But it turns out I'm the only one who's impressed. The director has stopped the rehearsal.
Why are they putting this on?
To pull me down.
To make you come down faster? See? Oh my God, it's getting serious over here. So now, to make him come down faster, for some reason, it looked like he'd come down pretty fast to me. They've now attached a winch, and they're gonna hike him down. Good luck with your ankle.
Winch now attached, they're ready to film the climax of the movie. Our hero under siege from all sides.
Action!
Just as a choreographer runs the show for the dance numbers, in a big fight scene, the stunt coordinator takes charge.
That is what you call a Bollywood action sequence. Winches, leaping, an action hero kicking the crap out of the villains with a stick.
Arjun, camera playback.
An action sequence like this won't really come alive until it goes through post-production and has all the sound effects added. So I'm back in Mumbai to discover the one thing that many of the biggest, most spectacular action films India has ever produced have in common. This extraordinary room.
In here? What? What is going on in here? Looks like a junkyard.
Yeah.
Karnal Singh and Sajjan Chowdhury are two of Bollywood's most sought-after Foley artists. For more than 30 years, they've been in this room using, well, let's be honest, junk to recreate sound effects that are just too difficult to record properly on location.
So what's this now? What the sound effect?
Chariot sound on the road.
On the road, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sounds like a chariot.
And roads are uneven.
It's an Indian road.
Yeah.
They're constantly on the lookout for new props. When Sajjan's son crashed the family car, he took the dented bonnet before the car was sent to the scrap heap.
Ah, car crash.
Yeah. Door open.
A door opening.
Yes.
Lock.
You locked.
Yeah.
Very good. You must hear the world in a very different way to the rest
We
of us.
don't believe in impossible sound.
It's their job to spot the sound potential in everyday objects. Plastic bags that can make the crackle of fire. An old shoe that can be bent to create the creak of rope.
This is an absolute treasure trove. I really feel like I've entered a secret world.
The contents of this ramshackled room have produced the soundscapes for more than 1,500 Indian films, and the results are astonishing. In this epic scene from Bajirao Mastani, Ranveer Singh rides head-on into a hail of arrows. This shot was recorded without sound. And every single element was created in this room by Karnal and Sajjan.
The magic of movies being shattered before my eyes.
Ready, take.
Like everywhere in Bollywood, the deadlines here are tight. And they're currently working on a comedy scene that has to be ready in the next few hours.
Okay, she's pushed the window open. She's standing on the bucket. Oh, okay, so we have to make these sound effects. So, the props are ready.
Yeah, ready? You have to just act according to the movements.
Ready? Ready. Take.
That's so good! It was spot on!
Yeah.
It's so surreal because I'm watching the scene. I obviously know that you're making the sound effects, but for me it was all happening there.
Yeah. Amazing.
It's amazing.
Varun, playback.
And honestly, it's just wonderful to see it all come to life. You bring it to life. Bollywood would not be Bollywood without this room.
This process may hardly have changed in 30 years, but the fact is, this is one of the most dynamic countries in the world.
India
India has changed so much in my lifetime since I've been coming here as a kid. And now Mumbai, for me, is one of the most exciting cities on earth. This is all a sign of New India. Magazines, GQ, Vogue, Grazia, Business Traveller, FHM. None of these used to exist when I was a kid, but they're all here. And all of them have got Bollywood stars on the front cover. Here we go, Sonam Kapoor, daughter of Anil Kapoor. Shraddha Kapoor, her dad's an actor. The main man, Ranveer Singh. Be Still My Beating Heart. Can I get these two, please?
360.
Thank you very much.
I'm super excited because I've been invited to one of these magazine cover shoots to meet one of Bollywood's hottest new stars.
Oh, this is nice.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. I'm telling you. They exactly like that, Sid. It's beautiful. Bring the light in here.
Siddharth Malhotra first arrived on Bollywood screens 6 years ago. And since then, his movies have grossed more than £50 million.
Very nice.
He's quickly had to adjust to the intensity of Bollywood's glare.
What was the moment you realised that you'd become famous?
I think it was after my third film, which did really well at the box office. And then there was a function, a walk from my car to that cafeteria. Those 5 minutes walk, and then there was chatter around, and then it was more interesting to come out and see 50, 60, 100 people. And you just realize that they just want to click and see, and so...
So you'd gone into a cafe. By the time you came out, there was a crowd.
There was a crowd, yeah. I thought this was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like
to
it.
divide it and have like a double spread.
Yeah.
Let's get us. I mean, we know obviously Hollywood actors actors generally are huge, but you wouldn't necessarily get people kind of screaming and running down the street if you saw a British actor walking down Oxford Circus.
Well, India is where I think we're far more. We're lucky to have the kind of love that we get, and people like to admire and adore and love their actors. They just want to get a glimpse, click a picture, scream out to them. Even if you wave at a traffic red light, or
have you caused car crashes? I'm sure people kind of looking at you and not concentrating on.
Well, there have been delays in some traffic when people get excited, but that's the culture we have. Bollywood is really loved.
Turn a little bit this way, your face. Nice. Stay like this.
Although Siddharth is already stopping traffic in Mumbai, he's a relative newcomer to the world of Bollywood fame. For India's megastars, the devotion of fans can be extreme.
Right there, we've got a painting of one of the biggest stars in Bollywood, the Big B, Amitabh Bachchan. Because these guys are not just actors in this country, they are worshipped like deities.
Shah Rukh Khan is one of India's biggest film stars, and outside his Mumbai home, a crowd has been gathering all afternoon. It's his 52nd birthday, and the word on the street is he's going to make a brief appearance. Within hours, a crowd of thousands are frantically scrabbling for the best spot to catch a glimpse of their idol. It's hard to think of any British film star, footballer, or even member of the royal family who could generate this kind of crazed reaction that leaves an otherwise quiet suburban street littered with discarded shoes. It's not just Shah Rukh Khan that generates this sort of a crowd. This happens every Sunday outside the house of the elder statesman of Bollywood, Amitabh Bachchan. And in Chennai, the local film hero, Rajnikant, is held in such reverence that the release of his new film can bring the central city to a standstill. Fans throw milk on posters in a ceremony usually reserved for Hindu idols. And incredibly, some fans go as far as performing extreme rituals of devotion in his honour. I'm starting to realise what people mean when they refer to the movies here as a religion. And it's not just in India. When stars like Salman Khan travel to the UK, they often sell out the largest arenas with stage shows that draw Bollywood fans from all over Britain. While almost $250 million Indians live on less than £1.50 a day, India's movie stars are some of the highest paid on earth, with salaries often dwarfing those of their Hollywood counterparts. And that's part of the allure of Bollywood. This glimpse of an impossible, idealistic world of riches beyond the wildest dreams of working Indians. Masala films aren't a reflection of modern Indian life. They're supposed to be a 3-hour escape from it. And every part of the Bollywood machine is geared towards accentuating that image of impossible glamour. None more so than the elaborate costumes. Manish Malhotra is Bollywood's most renowned costume designer. His showroom in central Mumbai is filled with some of the most exclusive wedding dresses in India.
What do they say? If you need the price tag, you can't afford it?
And many of his customers want outfits inspired by his Bollywood creations.
Look at these outfits. What have you been, what is...
Well, they're heavy.
Yes.
They're surely heavy. There's a lot of craft in it. It takes us almost 4 months to do this kind of embroidery. And yeah, it takes us a long, long time.
And this is on velvet.
This is on velvet. I think this would take this took us about 5 months because we had to kind of get the older craftsmen to do it,
Yeah.
who were very experienced, and all the artwork also.
How much? I mean, sorry to be so crude, but we must know how much would something like this cost. I mean, this is, I love this.
This would be about Indian 5 to 6 lakhs of rupees.
6, 7, maybe even
Yeah.
7,000
Yeah,
pounds.
yeah,
I mean, that's a...
That's not bad.
I mean, it's a, yeah, it's not bad. These outfits are so intricate, so detailed, so beautiful and elaborate. And then a girl will watch that film and go, that's what I want to wear on my wedding day. I mean, that influence is so different to anywhere else, isn't it?
It is. They're seeing something in the film, and the young girl says, hey, I love that. I want something similar. Maybe not just that.
Yes, absolutely. Because
You know?
that's something that has definitely happened within my lifetime.
Yeah, yeah. It's just... Sorry, I have to cut. Sorry.
No,
so
no,
there's a
do
way
it.
to make it so...
Manish is interrupted by his assistant. A Bollywood shoot happening across town right now needs his urgent attention.
You know?
So, Manish, tell me what this meeting is.
So we've made an outfit for today. It's for a shoot. We've already made the costume.
So this
We're
is
all
from
on.
a Bollywood movie?
Yeah, for a Bollywood film. And the director feels that should we try one more outfit. So we just draw that.
And so this is it. You're actually designing an outfit for a Bollywood film shoot.
Which is today.
That I can't get my head around. You can turn things around that fast.
Well, it's 27 years in the movies. It's a very quick, rough sketch.
This is incredible.
So this would be the red chevron, but maybe pan ka look. And they shouldn't make it so upper. They always make it, you know. Here you'll do the brocade, here you'll put the border.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the blouse.
Okay.
The chevron. That's going to be her skirt.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be her skirt.
Wow. How quickly will they do they have to get it on
That
set?
will be on set at 5 o'clock.
So they're going to make this outfit in less than 2-3 hours?
Well, yeah.
4 hours?
Yeah.
While Manish's team can create last-minute costumes like this,
I like that.
most of their work is much more intricate.
How has this been made? Is this made on a sewing machine? Is this... Like...
No. It's all handcrafted. It's by artisans who do the embroidery.
And is it men or is it women?
They're men. They're all men who do it.
I want to meet the men behind the Bollywood outfits, so I'm heading across Mumbai to the workshops to see how it's done. Alistair Fernandez is one of Manish's designers.
This is just amazing.
Yeah.
An elaborate outfit could take half a year to make, so the female star's costumes are often one of the first decisions for a film's director.
So you've got a few places on this street?
Yeah, there are a lot of places. Actually, there's a tassel gala over there. That's where all the tassels get put onto the garments.
Wow.
Yeah.
The tassel room.
Right now, we're going to the embroidery gala.
Manish's factory is actually made up of a network of more than 20 separate workshops, each working on a different outfit.
And these are pieces of lehenga that's happening at the moment.
So this is all one outfit?
Yes, this is all one outfit.
This?
Yeah.
So it's made in panels, is it?
Yeah, it's made in panels.
Once the design has been agreed by Manish, the outfit is divided into sections, so it can be worked on by separate teams. Up to 100 men at a time could be working on a single garment.
Why does it weigh so much? Like, what
Because
is
of all
going
the
on?
metal work. There's a lot of metal work in these lehengas. Like this is beaten metal. And there's a lot of crystal work over here as well. You see? And there's a lot of thread work. And this is in velvet.
That's amazing that the films have that level of detail.
This metal embroidery is known as zardozi. Thin metal sheets are woven in patterns into the fabric.
I don't understand. How did you do that?
So he's holding the thread from down. He'll show you how to do it.
It's the needle.
And it's got a little
Oh,
U on
okay,
the
that's the
bottom.
material on it.
Yeah. This has got a little U on it, like this,
Yeah.
this needle. So he pulls the... Yeah.
And then?
Leave a space, like a stitch. Yeah. Pull it up. Lightly pull it up.
I can't do it.
Oh.
I'm not going to do it! Oh, God. I'm going to have to leave this to the experts who've been doing it for 30 years.
A complex piece will contain more than 1 million handmade stitches and could cost more than £27,000. Fashion is an example of the extreme wealth divide here. The average salary for tailors across India is less than £1,500 a year. But the highest paid Bollywood stars, the sort of people that will end up wearing the couture fashion they make, can earn tens of millions.
They make it look so easy, but I mean, that we know it's well, for me, it's impossible. I was blown away by the cost. Watching these guys at work, I think it's a bargain. Remarkable, really, truly.
This attention to detail is stunning to watch. Having 100 skilled master craftsmen working on one dress would be impractical almost anywhere else. But this is India, and it's used to doing things in a traditional way and on a grand scale. Now I'm flying north to Jodhpur in Rajasthan to see how one of the largest, most ambitious film sets in India manages a cast of hundreds. Jodhpur is known as the Blue City, and towering over it is the famous 15th century Mehranga Fort.
Oh, look at that! That is where we're heading, that fort. In that fort, they are shooting a film up there, Manikarnika, which is set in 1857, and it's all about the first fight for freedom against the British. Apparently, there are 500 extras, horses, cavalry. How on earth do you wrangle 500 people for a Bollywood movie being shot on location in Rajasthan in an ancient fort?
This production has been filming at ancient sites all over Rajasthan for the past 28 days. Tonight they're filming a huge fight scene, and the women are already in costume and rehearsing at the main fort. With less than an hour until dusk, in the men's wardrobe area, Chief Assistant Shakil Sheikh is frantically trying to dress the British Army in time.
All the extras, what time do you start dressing them?
4:30.
4:30?
4:30 to 5:30.
So you've got an hour to dress everybody?
Yeah.
That's no time. Here we go, the shoe area. Potluck. How do you know what's going to... You're just going to try them on? Did they wear socks?
Don't wear socks.
I don't think socks are accurate. Where are you from?
I'm English. Yes.
Are you? Whereabouts?
Leicester.
From Leicester. And what are you doing being in a Bollywood film?
This guy
Yeah.
told me that they're looking for people, and I thought it'd be more interesting than just going for dinner.
I am the coordinator of this guy, actually, the foreign coordinator.
Did you find them?
Yeah, I did find.
So-
One of my friend, his name is Raja. I just asked to him to find the Western people for my movie, actually.
This film has employed a foreign coordinator to scour the cafes of Jodhpur looking for Westerners. And it's amazing to me how last minute it all is. He sometimes won't know until the morning exactly how many people will be needed for that night's shoot. With the sun setting fast, the director has urgently called everyone to set. So Shakil has roped me in to help him do final checks.
Shift there.
Shift it where it's the
Yeah,
middle.
center, yeah.
Right, if everyone can help themselves by shifting into the middle, do you have to check everybody?
Yeah.
Every single person?
Yeah.
Right, you're going to make it.
This is the.
Is it on the wrong side?
Yeah. This is the wrong side.
I see. That's how accurate you're going to make it. Go on, everyone just get it into the middle. This moustache, is that real or is it?
Real, this is not real.
All right, that's not right. I better not pull it too hard. Your belts need to be in the centre, boys. Nice and smart. Can I pull it? That's a real one. Okay. Nice and smart. That's it. That's all over the place. Look, there we go. That's better.
Very lazy.
There we go. Keep them coming. So this is what we've walked into. Battle scene taking place between the Indians over there and on this side, the villains, the British Army.
Most of the 370 extras in the scene are local Indians who'll be here every night for the next month of the shoot.
How are you? Kaisa chal raha hai? How's it going? What do you do? You're all students?
Yes, yeah.
So how did you get this job then?
From friends or relatives and then friends.
Are you all friends?
Yeah.
One there.
Position, guys. First position.
The crew are all ready. The fires are lit. And now everyone's in the hands of the director.
Okay, ready? Okay, and roll camera.
It's an epic battle scene. This is incredible.
At the heart of this huge battle scene, there's some impressive, violent choreography at work. Amongst the hundreds of extras are dozens of professional stunt performers positioned in the foreground closest to camera. They perform a carefully rehearsed sequence of moves, whilst the rest of the background cast are left to ad-lib their battle scenes as they see fit. Between the takes, the director and stunt coordinator fine-tune the placement and movements of the professional stunt performers. For the extras, the two main challenges are avoiding a wooden sword to the eye and trying to work out what's going on.
What's your part in all of this?
I'm not sure. I was on holiday here in Jodhpur and a man came to me in a cafe and said, "Do you want to be part of the film?" So I said yes.
How long ago was that?
2 hours before this started.
Today?
Yeah.
That's amazing. And how is it all? What's going on? Because I'm looking at... Yeah, oh, good. I'm glad you said that.
Basically, what I was told by the one English person was saying, just push up, everyone in front of you will die, just keep pushing. And then everyone around me died, and I said, well, am I supposed to die now? I don't know.
Is this a very surreal moment in your life?
It's unusual.
The man in charge of this epic scene is the director, Krish. who, in the midst of all this chaos, seems unnervingly calm.
How's tonight going? Because to me, this looks incredible, Krish.
Nice.
How many people have you got on your set today?
Today it's around 500 people actually.
500 people.
It's not big actually right
It's
now.
not big?
Thanks to the VFX these days, we are not using many people,
You've got people from all over the world here, haven't you?
Not only all over the world, basically. Here, on this set, you might be hearing several people. I'm talking to the DOP in Telugu, and there will be some Czech people that are talking in Tamil and Hindi, Marathi. There are people from Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra.
You've got someone from Bradford here as well.
Of course, of course.
And Poland and Bulgaria
Of
and
course,
Britain.
of course.
So it's an international shoot.
Of course, yes.
What's happening now?
We are just doing a master shot of Queen and Hat. People are coming.
This is a really important story that's being told here. It's a huge part of Indian history. It's a huge part of British history, actually, because what we call the first mutiny of 1857, here they see it as the first war of independence. And finally, the Indian film industry is telling these really important stories.
Ready, roll camera.
What I've learned so far is how Bollywood is so much more than entertainment. This unique cinema stems from an ancient culture. And whether it's India's proud history in epic films like this, or the rich music and dance traditions which are at the heart of the masala movies, I'm starting to realise that these films I grew up with are much more than just escapism. They're inspired by an ancient art form and are fundamental to Indian culture. Their remarkable success comes from their ability to know what's important to the largest film audience in the world, from billionaires to beggars, and how to reinvent and celebrate that in a modern, entertaining, and uniquely Indian way. Next time,
She's from Essex.
I'm going to meet the Westerners flocking to Bollywood with dreams of stardom.
Brought England to India, of course. It's very different from the UK. It's definitely a culture show.
I'll discover the challenges the industry is facing
We were shooting and a couple of mobs came physically assaulting us on the set.
and see how it's being changed by a new generation of Bollywood stars.